Hello everyone, my name is Steven Zapata. I'm a concept artist, illustrator, online art teacher, and former instructor at Art Center College of Design. I would like to introduce you to my new drawing course, Form from Imagination, a course designed to help you draw with confidence from your mind. Maybe you want to be a professional illustrator or designer, maybe you want to be a master with a pencil, or maybe you just want to be the best artist that you can be. Beautiful goals. But it's not always clear how to improve the work that you do from imagination. Over the past 6 months, I've taken all of the little eurekas, tips, and essential exercises that gave me confidence drawing from my mind and compiled them into a sequential course. We start with the absolute foundations, covering the scientific nature of light and shadow, how to hatch, how to create flat tones, how to render spheres and cubes, and step by step, we move through combined shapes, complex shapes, organic shapes. We cover how to simplify extremely complex subjects like the head into basic shapes so that you can handle them more easily from your head. We look at how to understand and treat details. And by the end of these 14 chapters with over 50 video lessons, you'll be ready to do complex designs from your mind with fidelity and energy. And all the demos are done in pencil on paper, so you can do all of the assignments even if you don't have a fancy digital art setup. But I also have demos, instructions, and modifications to the assignments for those who do want to do them digitally. Here's how it works. Go to formfromimagination.com and sign up for the course. Download the assignment book and start watching the lectures. Do the assignments at your own pace. Take your time with them and use this self-study to develop your patience. When you're done, post your assignments in the exclusive community hub, and I'll personally critique your work with drawovers, diagrams, and advice. I want you to know, this course is no joke just because it's online. It is challenging content, and it is more complete than it would be if I was teaching this class at an art college as I have before. If I was teaching this class in person at Art Center today, I would just play these videos in class, knowing full well that they're the most concise, focused, edited, step-by-step way to convey the material. So I'm serious when I say, this course isn't just a substitute for a college-level course, it's better than a college-level course. And you don't have to pay thousands of dollars per credit and wind up hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. So thank you for checking out the course, thank you for watching this and for your support, and thank you for drawing and making your artwork. The world needs it. I'll see you soon. The year is 87039, new nonlinear time. It's been 50,000 years since Steven Zapata's final art stream, but we still live in a golden age defined by the gifts his stream bestowed upon mankind. Faster than light travel, eternal life, Steven cloning, and the keys to a truly galactic human civilization. My name is Stave Satapaz, a reminder clone of Steven Zapata, an exact reproduction of his personality as constructed by an AI compiling millions of hours of his original art streams. By all accounts, I'm exactly like the original Steven's public persona, just more muscular, exactly as he would have wanted. I travel the stars on my light tracer, a dream of Steven. My crew is, of course, all clones of Steven. Some of my officers are reminders like me, but not all. Some are bioclones, and yet others are aspectoids, clones who, instead of trying to capture his full essence, amplify a particular portion of the original Steven's personality. We've spent hundreds of years drawing, exploring, and philosophizing while snaking our way through the stars, spreading the good word of design. But we've had another secret mission as we've cruised the cosmos. I, seek information on the legendary originals, Stephen Zapata's true drawings that he flung wide across the stars at the end of his life on Earth, never to be seen again. My crew thinks I'm looking for them for the same reason all the other madmen do, because they would be valuable beyond all reason. But they don't know what I know, that a critical mass of originals in the hands of a trained reminder can provide a psychic link to the original Stephen mind. Once I collect enough, I'll be able to fulfill my destiny and achieve psychological continuity with the original Stephen. And through me, he will live again to usher in golden ages of art forever. Drawing Ascendant, the eternal chronicles of Stephen Zapata. Lasting Legacy 1, Epic 1. Hello, everyone. Hello. Greetings. Whoops, let me move my sound deck over there so I can see it. Let me pull my little microphone right up close so that we're nice and intimate the way that you guys like it. I know how you like it. Hello to Estras, Ray, Trash Arms, Ogle, Beaver Sun, Arts, Mar, Frisses, Tank Lover, Barbie Burninator, Lloyd, Queegees, Robert Ledja, and all the others who are here, Stavol Blanc, Art, JD on Fire, Cynthia White, Mihal Semeniov, Dino Blaster, Emmanuel Godson, Aldrin Miles, Bartosa, Johnny Pearson, the infraggable MT Art, also known as Mill. Let's, we got our tea for a fast, vicious, classic sketch session. Let's begin the day with a reading from the good book. The good book, the only book that counts, the only book directly inspired by the divine creator of the universe, by which I, of course, mean Paradise Lost, by John Milton. Let's do a little reading here. The truth is that Milton is far too powerful for you. You couldn't even handle the actual fucking story. It would break your brain. You can barely handle this. I'm just going to read you not the introduction, not the argument even to book one, the little summary that he gives you because he knows you can't understand him. I'm going to read you just the very first thing in Paradise Lost is John Milton justifying why he doesn't rhyme. I'm just going to read this to you. This is just a note. This is just John Milton saying, here's why I don't rhyme, idiots. The verse. The measure is English heroic verse without rhyme, as that of Homer in Greek and of Virgil in Latin. Rhyme being no necessary adjunct or true ornament of poem or good verse, in longer works especially, but the invention of a barbarous age to set off wretched matter and lame meter, graced indeed since, by the use of some famous modern poets, carried away by custom, but much to their own vexation, hindrance, and constraint to express many things otherwise, and for the most part worse than else they would have expressed them. Not without cause, therefore, some both Italian and Spanish poets of prime note have rejected rhyme, both in longer and shorter works, as have also long since our best English tragedies. As a thing of itself, to all judicious ears, trivial, and of no true musical delight, which consists only in apt numbers, fit quantity of syllables, and the sense variously drawn out from one verse into another, not in the jingling sounds of like endings, a fault avoided by the learned ancients both in poetry and all good oratory. This neglect then of rhyme so little is to be taken for a defect, though it may seem so perhaps to vulgar readers, that it rather is to be esteemed an example set, the first in English, of ancient liberty recovered to heroic poem from the troublesome and modern bondage of rhyming. That's not even him actually writing. That's not him writing as good as he can. That's him just an opening note. I know you're so stupid that you'll wish this rhymed. Let me just tell you why it would be wrong of me to waste your intellect on rhyming. And I mean, it's better than anything written today, just that opening note. I love it. I love calling rhyming the invention of a barbarous age. That's, you know, that's it right there. That's it. Absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious. The irony is, of course, that there's plenty of accidental rhymes in Paradise Lost. He does let them occur with some regularity throughout there. Robert Litcha said, dude could have just written no rhymes, bro. Sorry. Indeed, he could have. But a streamer in the age of 2023 never would have held that note up as an example of brilliance had he done that. Can't waste your life with stuff like that. You gotta embroider everything with flowery language and muscular prose. It's the only way. What's up, everybody? And that was a reading from the good book, Paradise Lost by John Milton. A reading from the opening note to Paradise Lost. The hell is this? What kind of music is this? This is not what I want. I gotta set myself up, get myself comfy here. Hello, Victor. How are you? Do you ever listen to audiobooks while sketching? Yeah. Do you know what type of paper Ozabu uses? I don't know who that is. Cynthia White says, oh, to be free of pernicious rhyme rules, such precious jewels. You've been drawing in sketchbooks lately? I'm always drawing in my sketchbook. I draw on everything. Every morning at my coffee table, I got sketchbook there. I got loose paper there. Cartridge paper, super high quality paper. I've always got paper within reach. And I do love me my sketchbooks. I never stop. I don't know what we're drawing today. That's the thumbnail. Might do some painty boys, just sketch for a bit. I don't know. Which graphics tablet are you using? I am using the Huion Kamvas 24 Pro, the 4K version. What is that, a mailman hat? Sailor hat? I don't know. Mel says, so I've recently fallen in love with drawing hands, especially because I remove hand and just think form. It's liberating. Yeah, man. It's beautiful. I'm happy for you. There's no need to fear any form, any particular kind of content. It's all just structures inhabiting space as revealed by photons of light. That's it, baby. Isn't it interesting that all you've ever seen is light? You've never seen things. All you've ever seen your entire life is light. We construct the world. Everything is fabricated. With that kind of collar, it's looking like some sort of Civil War uniform or something like that. Hey, Steven, do you think artists are developing Stockholm Syndrome for AI? Yeah. I do. I really do. Well, I guess Stockholm Syndrome really... Actually, I guess I don't, because Stockholm Syndrome implies that they like it, right? Like, and there's going to be some people who like it, and for people who genuinely like it, I don't think it's an illusion. I can't say I agree with them, but I think that their enjoyment of it is real. Stockholm Syndrome liking things is kind of, well, I guess it's also real. Okay, we're getting too caught up with the murderer-kidnapper analogy, but I think it's less Stockholm Syndrome because I think a lot of people, instead of it being because they like it, they feel like they have to. They're going to have to use AI. They've sort of run this calculation in their head where they think it's the only way forward and they don't want to bail on an art career, so they're going to use it and learn how to use it and telegraph to companies or stuff like that. Like, hey, I'm cool. Don't worry, man. I'm into it. Yeah, I'll do it for you. Please, please. I think that's definitely a thing. But I don't think that's Stockholm Syndrome, because I think there's plenty of people who are just doing it out of a feeling of necessity. We're on AI early today. All right, calm down. April 5th. Boat kind of characters. Just because I got another guy on the left over there with his feet up on the deck of a houseboat. But light is an illusion. That's right. All things are illusion. We are in the Maya. The world is fabricated. Meaning, structure, everything. Stephen, extra stylized today? I can't account for the things that flow through me. Will companies really care in what way we produce art? They usually don't. They usually don't. I mean, that was never really the case. Sometimes there's a specific need for a particular kind of making, but usually not, you know. They just need the product. But companies aren't everything. Steven, what do your DMs usually look like? It's usually messages of people like, I would say most of it is people sending me artwork unsolicited and being like, please, for the love of God, give me notes. That's most of them. And obviously I can't respond to that. That takes a huge amount of time. Every now and then I'll respond to someone who sent me something that's like they seem desperate, but they're actually really good at art. Them I'll quickly pound out like, it's clear you need to hear it. You're actually good, so go get a job. And then that's it. But normal requests like that, I just can't, you couldn't possibly field all of those requests for feedback, unfortunately. I read Time is an Illusion by Chris Griscom in high school, and it was trippy, lol. I don't recommend it. I haven't read that one, but I read that Italian physicist book. I think his name is Carlos Rivelli. I read his book about time being a construction. All very trippy, but I would recommend it. If that's really the case, I don't see anything wrong with trying to understand it, you know, if that's really just what the weird nature of reality is. But yeah, that's a nice one to read out in the park or to listen to while out on walks. Just like one of the most educated people in the world being like, just calmly walking you through like, all of this is fake. It's like, oh, cool. Hey, Nick. Adam Duff thinks he's Art Daddy, but he's wrong? No, you're wrong. Adam Duff is definitely Art Daddy. Look, if someone out there thinks you're their Art Daddy, it's not up to you. Guess what? You're Art Daddy now. It's that simple. Do you have advice for people who want to be good at drawing anime girls? I couldn't possibly deign to give advice on that because I'm not good at drawing anime girls. It would be wrong of me to give advice on that. And as much as I would love to dunk on you and question your intentions, I know that would be wrong. You need to go elsewhere for your anime girl drawing advice. You need to ask people who are in that realm with you. What about goblins? Now that I could give advice on. But I won't. That's my bread and butter, baby. That's how I fund my incredible estate. Just super high-end New York socialites reaching out to me saying, Steven, my art collector. No, my art collector, who are the people who advise rich people on what to buy? Art researchers, collection curators. My collection advisor has told me that I must commission one of your incredible goblin drawings. I wonder how long your list is. I take it $500 million should suffice. Anime girls are just forms in space and photons. You're right. When you're right, you're right. I mean, there's no denying it. That's just the way things are. I need this canvas to be bigger. I need this canvas to be bigger before I freak the fuck out. Oh, feeling drowsy today from my allergy medication. The trees right outside my apartment on my block are blooming crazily. Their flowers are so happy. And my sinuses are not. They're looking good though. None of them are my trees, but there's a bunch of people on my block who have like cherry blossoms and magnolias and stuff like that. This looks like a ripped old bodybuilder who like still goes to the gym. Vascular as hell. Couple veins. You see him with your boys, you're like, holy shit. Did you see that geezer, dude? He's fucking ripped. Gold's Gym t-shirt or something. My God, so much talk about anime girls. I can't believe anime girls are so influential that even in a stream that literally never draws them, the chat can just be completely infatuated with them, bringing them up nonstop, trying to understand them, explain their psychology, explain their physiology. Big anime girl has you guys by the fucking balls. You're their plaything. They can control you guys with anime girls. You guys need to grow up. Draw ripped old men instead. You want to be a real artist? You gotta draw geezers, dude. Joseph Marziliano. How you doing, Joe? What are you up to? Just tell me what you're up to, Joe. Just tell me what you're up to. Steven is really trying his hardest not to commit a hate crime to anime people. Just deep breath, Steven. You got this. Don't reveal your real opinion. Don't reveal your real opinion. Just put on a smile. Yeah, it's great. Everything that everybody likes is cool. Joe says, good buddy, been painting those minis this week with those speed paints I was telling you about, looking better than Games Workshop box art. Wow, incredible. Is that what you're doing right now? Are you painting minis right now? Nah, stuck at the office today, but we'll be painting tonight. Very good. Very good, friend. The office. Incredible. To truly work, to be a contributing member of society. Unbelievable. Chris Maycock says, finally got out of bed. Such a struggle, but I'm here. You made it, Chris. You peeled yourself off that bed. Now you're in the world, and you're doing the most important thing a human being could do. You're watching a Steven Zapata art stream. We're proud of you. Proud of you. God, I'm fast. Unbelievable. I'm the best. Holy crap. Sometimes I'm just so quick. Lightning fast. Boom. Done. Finished. Looks crazy. What the fuck? You know who else like that? My clients. They'd give me an assignment. They'd walk away. They'd be like, all right, we'll talk at lunch. I'd go to their desk in a minute. And I'd be like, I'm done. They'd be like, you serious? I'm like, mm-hmm. And like, well, I don't know what you can do now. I'd stand right there at their desk. I'd be like, shit, man. I draw faster than you can have ideas. How wild is that? And they'd be like, it is wild. You're the best. I'd be like, I know. All right, well, I'm taking the rest of the day off and I charge a day rate, so I'm still getting paid for 8 hours. And they're like, all right, bro, that's the rules. And I'm like, you're goddamn right, it's the rules. And I'd go home. Let's scribble around, look for something. Let's just do Rorschach blots. See if something occurs to us. Steven, have you ever heard about a game called Dwarf Fortress before? Yeah, I've heard of Dwarf Fortress. I've never played it, but I've heard of it. Wait, have I? Now I feel like I'm thinking of something called Goblin Fortress. Or like Orc Fortress. Maybe I haven't heard of Dwarf Fortress. I like this guy. I mean, he looks cool. He's chilling. I like that a lot. He looks relaxed. I like that a lot. I like when stuff looks relaxed. Damn. 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 Nice. Really good. Maybe I'll scribble with values instead of lines. Over all of this, who cares? Who gives a good goddamn? What is aware of what's happening right now? See, that's the kind of psychobabble crap I like to hear, baby. I'm on board. I dig it. It's annoying shit to talk about, but it's the truth, baby. Ooh, it's the kind of annoying New Age quasi-Buddhist bullshit that I love to hear. I really do believe all that stuff, but I totally acknowledge that it's annoying. Oh, hi, puppy. She always, I'm telling you, dude, like clockwork, she always comes to say hi to me when I sing. I swear. Who's a good girl? Who's a good girl? All right, go on. Go on, kid. Go to bed. Go to bed. Nick Ravioli says, technical question. Any advice on dealing with lopsided sketches and works or on problems with freehanding symmetry? There's no good way to freehand symmetry. You just need to use a ruler. If I need to do a traditional drawing that's symmetrical, when I start the drawing, I'll take a ruler and I'll make the X like this across the whole canvas so that I know what the middle is. And then this radial ring that I have, 6 on each sides, it'll be very lightly indicated on the page or in the composition or whatever. And I'll just use that almost as a grid just to like kind of gauge if it's symmetrical. So it's like if I draw a form over here, I'm like, all right, it's kind of a little bit above this line and it leaves like this much of a triangle underneath it. And I just kind of try to triangulate off of those big lines. But a ruler, just a ruler, just being diligent. And if anything really gets you confused, you just take the ruler and you measure off the center line and you move that over to the other side. There's no tricks about it. And nobody can draw actually symmetrically by hand without checking. It's just you're naturally going to veer and dip and do things wrong. Lol Static says, OMG, it's Steven Zapata. What's up, Lol Static? The impossible, the utterly impossible Steven Zapata. Steven Zapata looks like a stereotypical poor person in movies today. Now we're talking. That I like. Because Steven is with the people, not the bourgeois. Not the bourgeoisie. I don't know, man. The AI people say I'm an elitist artistic gatekeeper. So that sounds pretty bourgeois to me. They think I'm incredibly powerful, have a lot of influence, can control things. They resent fat cat artists like me, who are always getting insane commissions and charging incredible prices for them. Mm-hmm. Did you just give this creature a comb over? Totally. Absolutely. That's my prerogative. That's my right. I can do that if I want. That's just the kind of stuff that I'm allowed to do as an ultra high-end New York artist with a long list of fancy clients showing in all the best galleries. I've earned permission to give monsters comb-overs. You might get there someday. Don't go talking shit. You'll be eating those words when you're in the same position as me. You'll be like, damn, I want to be giving these monsters comb-overs, but I talked a lot of shit on artists like Steven that used to do that back in the day, before I was very hyper-allergic, very ArtNet, very Gagosian, very Guggenheim. The hue is so quirky. It like gradients and the light and dark are almost opposite hues. I'm gonna tell my mom that you said my hues were quirky. Don't talk to me like that. Do not treat me that way. Do not treat me that way. My mom's not gonna like that. Idma's gonna be very mad at you. Do not talk to me that way. I'm not afraid to bring down the holy hammer of my mother on you, dude. You'll never be allowed over my house again. If you are, you can't have any Capri Suns, I bet. My mom's on that messed up Colombian stuff, you know? She'll say some fucked up stuff to a kid. Be like, you want this Capri Sun, don't you? You'd be like, yeah. She'd be like, no, because you were mean to my son. I'll feed you lunch and all that. But you don't get this nice little treat here. What do you think about Asian digital artists? The hell kind of question is that? What does that mean? What do you mean, what do I think about them? I don't think much about anybody. I'm the best. I'm making the best artwork in the world. I don't think about other artists. I'm not going to go tainting my taste by looking at their inferior works. Mario Alvarez with $4. Thank you so much, Mario Alvarez. You're very kind. Lovely. Delicious. And what's that emoji? You gave me a, what is that? It's like a little pear guy offering me like really light coffee. Really light coffee. That's nice. Shit. That's real nice. He's got a little sweatband on? What's he doing? He working out? Shit, little pear guy. You ain't got to work out. You ain't got, what are you working out for, little pear guy? You don't need no exercise. You looking perfect. Just as you are, little pear guy. Fuck, man. Then again, maybe you look so perfect because of all the exercise you already do. I don't know. I don't know. Have you ever made 3D art, Steven, like sculptures? Yep. Yeah, I've done a little bit of everything. I've been at this art thing for a long time. Years and years of making this crap. I've tried it all. What do you think about that? Those stupid white eyes. It's dumb, right? I like that. I don't know what I'm going to put in those sockets. Ooh, and those marset sockets. Impossible. They said it couldn't be done. 2 live streams in 3 days? It's true. I'm not surprised they didn't think it was possible. No one's as good as me. They can't imagine something that they're totally incapable of. Steven, that big brush stroke in the groin is bothering me. could do a lot more to bother you. If that's getting you bothered, I got all sorts of other stuff that could bother you. You have not yet begun to be bothered. Hey man, big peepee monster, what can he say? That's what I say whenever my gallerists come over to my studio to pick out paintings that they're gonna put on sale. For all of the rich folk in New York, they're going through my flat files, pulling out pictures of big peepee monsters. They're like, wow, Steven, what's this one? Tell us about this one. And I'm like, hey man, what can I say? Big peepee monster. And they're like, wow, big peepee monster, of course. Yeah, we'll take this one. This one will sell tomorrow. And I'm like, I know it, David. Get to work. Go sell it. Sell it to a Sackler or a Coach brother. Whatever it is you do. God damn it. Fucker. Take in half. Chop, chop. God damn, I wish there was more tea in here. Do you have a favorite mythology monster, Stevie? No, I'm not big on favorites. Other people are big on favorites. Favorites are like such a fad. Everyone's like, oh, I have a favorite. I don't get like that. I don't have that. I don't have favorites. I hate everything. I take everything to be on equal level. Favorite mythology monster? No. They're all just as good, just as mythological. You know what? Mythological monsters are really, they're not that cool. They're not that cool. We've got better monsters now. I mean, Giger's alien. That's a better mythological monster than anything from like folklore and dead cultures. We were working up to it, you know, we were testing it out. We were like, oh, Cyclops is kind of interesting. But it took all this time to refine the design of monsters to make something truly interesting. Nothing beats Giger's alien. Now there's a monster. monsters in Monster Hunter World game? No. Wrong. Incorrect. Incorrect opinion detected. Incorrect opinion detected. Wrong. Wrong. Commencing argument. I'm just kidding. I don't play Monster Hunter World. Owen Wellen says, Steven, I need you to come back to Art Center and teach a class so I can take it. How long are you going to be there? You never know what's going to happen. How are you liking Art Center, Owen? I want to teach in person, that's the thing. If I was going to teach at Art Center again now, I'd have to do it online. It's just like, I've got enough online parts of my life at this point. I want in-person parts of my life. If I moved back to Pasadena, which is not in the cards for the record, but if I did, just if we're playing hypotheticals, I'd be at the office tomorrow. I'd be like, sign me up, coach, let's do it. Give me a class. Just to be in that environment, have the energy. See the students going to and fro. Yell at them. Yell at them. Just,
you know, you're not drawing good enough. Way. This drawing isn't good enough. Way.
oh man, it'd be so fun. It'd be the absolute tightness. Yeah, yell at them, Steven. How you doing, James? How you doing? What's fucking today's date? April 5th. Spooky guy number. Do you consider cooking as art, says Cursed Fetus? Well, for a chef, not for someone like me. It's not art when I do it. It's subsistence. It's needing to get done to support the body and the mind. But for the people who really love cooking and experience it as art, absolutely it's art. I mean, sometimes it's just literally art. Like if you're getting very fancy food, it's like staged visually. I mean, that's pretty direct. We're not even, that's even outside of the realm of sort of a philosophical argument, you know? It's just like they're literally, you know, they're there arranging flowers and, you know, balancing contrasts and putting nice colors together. It's like that's just literally painting. Just so happens you're using food. Like that's beyond question art, I would say. Yeah, James is a stream beast. He does it good. He inspires me. I see him streaming, I'm like, that's right. I got to do that too. How do you come up with the colors? For stuff like this, I don't really think about it too much. You know, I've worked with color long enough that when I'm sketching with it, I can just, it's like you're a little kid. Just literally like, ooh, what colors look cool together? That's it. In the beginning, you gotta kind of, well, it's not, for me, it's not really about color theory. You know, I don't really concern myself too much with little rules about like, oh, complementaries should go together and triads and things like that. And that's maybe to my detriment, you know, it's just not what my brain goes to. I'm not interested in that kind of stuff. I find anything that reeks of rules really boring and lame, and it makes me not want to draw. So I pretend they don't exist because my #1 priority in life is to draw more. So I don't think about stuff like that. But in the beginning, I did have to go through a period where I sort of cemented for me what the hell color was in relationship to form. Finally understanding that it's all just light and that form is revealed by light, color is revealed by light. Oh, they're not actually different. It's all the same thing. Once I made that connection, which, you know, it takes a while. You can say it conceptually, but you need the day where you're like, it's real. It's real. And then once you get that, then you can just play with it. And then you can just have fun. James says, we've had this convo before, but I wonder if your opinion has changed. Do you think you need to learn the rules before breaking them? I personally do not. Now, that doesn't mean that I think that that's going to work for everybody, but I just think that it's undeniable once you've met enough artists and sort of seen enough artists on different parts of the skill spectrum, talent spectrum, things like that. It's just undeniable. You meet them. There's no lying about it. You meet people who just have no idea what the fuck they're doing, and they couldn't put it into words, and they haven't been doing it long enough that you could reasonably believe that they did know what they were doing and they were playing dumb or something like that. And they just nail it. It's just, even if it's breaking the rules, it just looks great. And they have just found a groove with it. That happens. So for me, that's just proof that no, there is no requirement to learn the rules. But that's also an unreliable way to get good at something, right? So I think it's true that no, you don't have to learn the rules. It's just like that doesn't, if you're struggling with stuff and you're not getting things, that's not really much help, you know? But yeah, if I was being as strict as possible with it, no, I don't think you need to learn the rules. You can just do cool stuff. But you got to believe in yourself, you know, if you want to pull that off, and you got to answer your own questions and things like that. Or should one skip to just being an outsider artist? I mean, if you can. I mean, if you could skip to being a successful outsider artist, that's always great. Very nice. Super cool. But it's also really easy to just skip to being a true outsider artist, as in, i.e. nobody knows who the hell you are, and you can't do the things you want to do, and you can't make a living with your art, and nobody likes it and stuff like that. But again, you know, if your temperament's all right, what's the problemo? You know, if none of that stuff bothers you, who cares? Who cares, my friend? See, James always asks the right questions. Smart fucker, that guy. He knows it. Stephen, what compels you to be so cheeky and mischievous? I'm not. I just think most people are wrong about everything. I'm not trying to be cheeky and mischievous. Just like you're all hopelessly confused. It's not about being cheeky. I think I'm being honest. That's all it is. James says, I always say I'm the smartest person you know. It's generally true, but mostly because I associate with idiots. He's only half fucking around, chat. That's the scary thing. I often find myself in rooms with James where I look around and I'm like, shit, he's the smartest guy in this fucking room. Trash Arm says, how can I express form in low contrast? Does it heavily rely on shape design, or it's about saturating and desaturating color? Form is entirely dependent on the modeling factors. If you correctly represent the modeling factors in terms of the light environment that you're representing, it doesn't matter if you do it with a super compressed range of 3 values or even 2 values, but 3 is usually the minimum if you want to do a bunch of modeling factors, including things like specular reflection and reflected light and stuff like that. But it doesn't matter if the modeling factors are there in their proper place. It doesn't matter if you're doing it within a very compressed value range or if you're using every value that you have, it'll feel like form. Now, in an ultimate sense, if you use your full value range, that if you put the low contrast version of that same image next to the full value range one, the full value range one will look more three-dimensional and more formy just because it has more pop and difference between light and dark, but they will both feel like form. Joe says, where can I learn more about form? It may be the case that I have a whole course about understanding form. And it may be the case that there's some people in here who are expecting me to surprise them with an ad for the course, always perfectly timed. But I'm not going to do that because I'm too busy drawing. But I do have a course for that. And if you're interested in that, you can look in the description of this video for a link. Or go to formfromimagination.com. Do I want those bony hands? Do I really want them? Is that really something I want? It might be. I got to think about it. This wet clay makes my hands really dry. Dude, stop typing with wet clay on your hands. That stuff's never gonna come off your keyboard. I updated something. I update a bunch of things, OS, Photoshop, and OBS, and usually that does nothing but cause problems. And it did cause new problems, but it also fixed one that had been bugging me, which is that I couldn't stream and use my damn lasso tool in here without my computer freaking out. And now I can use it. My lasso tool works normal again. I mean, wonderful. Wonderful. There's a Steven Zapata Discord server. There is, through my Patreon. If you sign up for the Patreon, you get access to the Discord server. And no, you do not get kicked off of the Discord once you stop being subscribed to the Patreon. You get on the Patreon, you do it once, you're in the Discord for good. Good folk in there. Good folk in there. They seem to have a lot of fun. They're always in there chatting, saying things to each other, sharing art. Giving each other advice, telling stories, sharing resources, links, stuff like that. Thoughts on the about Photoshop subscription? Thoughts about it? Like, is it? I know a lot of people are upset lately about programs going to a subscription model. I'm not. I mean, it's just we were used to just paying once and getting it, but things change. It's obviously not as great, but you know, everything's turning into subscription. Who knows? One day it'll change back. Maybe people will get sick of everything being a damn service or subscription eventually, and the zeitgeist will sort of switch again. But for now, I think it makes perfect sense that they're doing it. Not to do that, but just I'm not surprised at all. I think putting some strong lighting on this would not work, but let me just test. Doesn't really add much, and I could always just add it at the end, so let's not. Keep working low contrast for a bit. Sub is okay if they don't make Photoshop worse every new release. 2018 is way faster from 2022. Yeah, I mean, I share people's frustrations with, I'm constantly complaining on here with how every update causes a new bug. They need to, I think they need to rebuild Photoshop from scratch. I mean, it's sitting on so many years of features and code and stuff like that. It's just like, I think it's going to be very hard to make it better without rebuilding it. That's easy for me to say, though. I'm not the person who would have to rebuild it. James says, I'm all about Clip. One-time fee and it's usable for client work. Clip is great. I was using it the other day to test out some inking stuff. I think Clip for a lot of people is a better choice, especially because it's much more geared for drawing. If you're trying to draw, I think Clip is probably the better choice. I really like Clip. I've been using Photoshop since I was like 12. I'm just like so used to it. It's hard to break away from it when you've got that much built up just familiarity and muscle memory. All my shortcuts, I know exactly where to go in the menus to do anything that I need. Easy to say, but Adobe is also one of the wealthiest companies. Yeah, I know. And then with their little generative AI now. All these companies are so reactionary. You know, oh shit, everybody else is making a unethical AI tool. We better make one too. Hurry, make it. No, it's ethical because we use stuff that we license. I mean, we didn't ask any of the stock photographers who shot our stock photography if they were okay with us putting them out of a job. We didn't ask them, but you know, we own all this stuff, so fuck them. So it's ethical. It's ethical. I ended up just making the shortcuts my presets from Photoshop, which made the transition a bit easier. I did the same thing. You know, I changed my brush size buttons to the ones I prefer. I did the same thing, James. I just haven't quite been able to tear myself away. You know what always holds me up with other programs is the selection tools. I'm like super fast with my selection tools in Photoshop, and all the other ones I find kind of sluggish. You know, I'm just so, it's like boom, square, got it, boom, whole canvas except for the square, boom, back to the whole canvas. What if I need to change the square? Boom, I'm transforming the square without transforming the contents, baby. Deselect, reselect. Got it all locked on my little claw in my left hand, man. Years and years of doing marketing art. That's what that's from. Just like moving things around, transforming them, inverting them. I'm lightning fast with those transform tools, dude. Oh, lightning fast. I want something abstract, but how abstract? That is the question. Dripping in cosmic fluids. Soul-sucking visor eyes. Let's go. I need water. C-Stroke says, has From Software ever slid in your DMs? Obviously. They were like, Steven, we want to do you great honor. We'll allow you the privilege of working on the next Dark Souls game. I was like, yeah. Told them my rate. They were like, you know, most people consider it an honor to design for us. They do it for free. I'm like, you're talking to the wrong guy. Blocked. Blocked the From Software Japan account. Did you put on your sunglasses after that? I already had them on. I was already wearing them. I mean, I was writing those messages while unmooring my 100-foot yacht. I was rolling up the hawsers on my 100-foot yacht. Not on my own, of course, with my crew that I pay handsomely, but I'm really down to earth, so I help them do some of the day-to-day on there. Because, you know, a leader, you want your troops to know their leader. You don't want to be sort of aloof and detached. So I'm in there, man. Just winding up the hawsers with them. They're like, we love you, Steven. I'm like, I know. Let me neg From Software right quick, and we'll get back to this. Let me decide about my boy's little underbody here. Maybe he's just cooler as a ghost of all fabric like that. Maybe he doesn't need to have a dangling body. Maybe I'll just leave that as is. He's probably just cooler like that. You beat the Elder Dragons and lost by 1 point to Trash Pandas. Wow, I love the names of the hockey teams you play against, James. Dangle is the way to go, yeah. If he's going to be just fabric, I'm just going to give it a longer, more flowing, graceful proportion here. Steven, do you usually just go for painting with no guidelines? I usually go for everything. I mean, if you see me draw on stream, I do just everything. I do everything. I sketch in grayscales. I sketch in tight lines. I finish the lines first thing off the bat. I paint with guidelines. I paint without guidelines. I do everything. I don't know. It's just the case. I try absolutely everything. I'm good at absolutely everything. Facility with absolutely everything, world class with absolutely everything, masterful with absolutely everything, impressive with absolutely everything, awarded for absolutely everything, recognized for absolutely everything. Ray sends 2.20 Canadian dollars. Ratham of the light. Ratham of the light. I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but I like money. Love money. Money's everything. Don't forget, everybody, money over everything. Let's do another sketch. Hey Steven, do you have any kind of schedule to your live streaming? I'd like to catch more of them live. I tend to do it Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. My schedule's a little chaotic these days with, well, a little chaotic, it's just chaotic. So I wouldn't say the schedule is strict. So I often slide it by a day, you know, do it on Tuesday instead or something like that. But yeah, the schedule that I have in my mind is Monday, Thursday, Friday. Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. And I'm trying to add on doing a stream a week for just for the Patreon. But that's erratic. I don't have a day I could say that is yet, because I'm experimenting, seeing where it fits in my schedule as I try to onboard it. I'm just keeping the same color space, even though it's a very different kind of creature, because I just want to see if I can maybe get them to feel related, even though they're very different. EJ Clay says, I accidentally fell asleep to stream and heard Steven's golden golden voice in my ears for the past half hour, then woke up to the Wisp Lord of Forgotten Days. Hell yeah, that's right. Fast, lightning fast. Unexpected, incredible. The Wisp Lord of Forgotten Days. Let's see if I can hunt for some variety in these arms. Variety in the Arms, the Stephen Zapata autobiography. Now released by Penguin Random House, Stephen Zapata's legendary memoir, Variety in the Arms. Steven got out of the hobo life with his golden voice. How's that guy doing? He all right? Did it work out for him? Did he actually manage to stay out of the hobo life and be a voice actor? Yeah, he's doing good. I'm glad. I'm glad. You should write a book. I'm gonna. I'll do it. Someday. If I wrote a book, some of you would probably read it. That's an interesting thing to know, you know? To know that if you wrote a book, even if it's totally mediocre, it's like someone's gonna read it. Some people are gonna read it. That's a weird thing to have rattling around in your head. It kind of makes you feel like you have to write a book, you know? I'm gonna torture you guys. Torture you guys with fucking purple verse, just totally illegible. My dedicated fans, you'll be like, I gotta read it because I like Steven. You'll be sitting in your armchairs like, God, who does he think he is? Jesus. Fuck. I'd be reading that book in your voice, Steven. That alone would be worth it. I'd have to put out a little audiobook version of it too. And don't worry, I'd definitely put out a little audio companion with it. Alex Dedrick says, How to Draw Big Peepee Monsters, a memoir of dreams and desires by Steven Zadapaz. Yeah. I mean, y'all would love it. Y'all would love it. Bye, Ray. Deck Cow says, long-time listener, first-time caller. How do you deal with audience expectations? I've gotten really good at drawing from reference, but without reference, it's nowhere near the same quality. Those sound like two different problems, personally. In terms of audience expectations, I don't deal with audience expectations. I don't think an artist should. I mean, you can if that's what you're into, if that floats your boat, if that makes you feel like you're being very serious and stuff like that. Some artists get like that, and they like to think of their practice as sort of this very like a product that they're delivering to people who are their clients, and it's very much like a business, like, and it's just like totally valid, but that's just a different game to play. And art can be whatever you want. It's like none of that stuff is true, none of that stuff is robust. It's just that that's what those artists need to do to make art feel right for them or something like that. But you don't need to do that. So me personally, audience expectations, I just don't think you should, I don't think it matters. It's like there's no art you could make that everyone would like. It's guaranteed that some significant percentage of people will just find what you make utterly uninteresting. It's not even that they'll dislike it. It'll be worse than dislike it. It will not exist. It just doesn't matter. And there's nothing you can do about that. There's no art that everybody likes or finds interesting. So that being the case, why the hell ever pretend that that's not the case? Why? Give me a good reason why you should pretend that's not the case. So then it's just do whatever you want and make yourself happy, make work that you enjoy, and the audience will eventually find you. The percentage of people who would like the thing that you're going to do, they will encounter it and they will like it. And if you need to change, let them slough off. Let them be like, well, he doesn't do the kind of stuff that I like anymore. Let them bail out. Let them leave. Let them not be your fan anymore. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And besides, everybody's favorite art, it's like the art that you've held on to longest in your life and things like that, probably none of it has been people giving you the things that you want or you expected. Almost everybody's favorite art is all stuff that when they saw it, they were like, I didn't know I wanted this. And I think that in the biggest sense, that's the best thing an artist can give other people, is showing them things that were just like completely outside of the purview of their expectation. And that stuff tends to stick with people more than anybody else. And in order to do that, well, you just really can't be concerned with audience expectations, or else you're just going to wind up funneling yourself into doing stuff that they expect, which is guaranteed they'll eventually get bored of it. They will have seen it a million times. Do you sweat a lot with that hand glove? Yes. And I do sell my glove water for any interested perverts out there. You can buy a bottle of my glove water for just $20. Ships international. I bet my left kidney, even Michelangelo had haters. Of course he did. Of course he did. Now, he won that battle. He won that battle with history, but you know people hated him. Probably Raphael hated him. Fucking brown noser. Da Vinci definitely hated him, but he was just jealous. Steven, what's your thoughts on the Mad Max movies? I almost watched the first Mad Max last weekend, and then my wife vetoed it, but I'm gonna watch it soon. I've only seen Fury Road, which I really liked. I've seen screenshots and stuff from the other Mad Max movies, and the designs seem super cool to me. I've always found screenshots of it very impressionable, but I've never seen it. Somehow, never seen them. You know, I probably saw them when I was a kid. Like they must have been like, I bet someone in my house must have been watching them on like HBO when I was a kid or something like that, but I just don't remember them. Start lifting, Steven. Highly suggested. Don't tell me what to do. Don't you ever tell me what to do. Now I'm not going to do it. Just because it came as an order from somebody. It's just the kind of petty guy I am. It's just the kind of petty guy I am. You got to reverse psychology me if you want me to do anything. Got strong 8th grade boy energy coursing through my veins. Gonna do what they told you. Steven, have you played Scorn? No, I have not. Is Scorn PC only? I can't play PC games. I've only got Macs laying around. Is Scorn on console? Can you play it on PS5 or anything like that? I play very few games these days. I just don't... I can't dedicate a lot of time to game playing. Why is 8th grade the most defiant age? Who knows, but we all need a little dose of that energy. That's what I say. It's on everything. You should definitely play Scorn. You liked it, James? That I like better. Disco Elysium also makes James want to make art. I've heard great things about Disco Elysium. You unlock the first door by torturing a small hermit crab / human creature. It's nightmare fuel. Yeah, I'm in. I'm in. It's not on PS5, only on Xbox and PC. See, that's a problem. That's a problem for me. Can't play it. Is there any difference in performance in a good PC versus a Mac on Photoshop? Like flipping the canvas after 100 layers takes legit 2 minutes on my PC. No, I mean, I think with the same specs, I don't think there would be a difference. But I don't know, maybe someone who's more tech savvy than me knows otherwise. I'm just super used to Mac, that's why I use them. I can't stand a PC when I use one. They're so clunky. There's like ads down in the start bar. It's like, don't show me that shit. Get that out of here. Every time I use a PC, I feel like I'm using one of those tablets at a restaurant, like at an Applebee's, where you order from the tablet at your table. That's what every PC feels like to me, even if there's like a 4090 in it. Why don't you design creatures for games, or have you? I have. I've designed for games and all that stuff. The lighting that I did on this was too strong for what I want to achieve now. I gotta even out that lighting if I want to keep showing the design the way that I want. I like your eye for the details in your work. Thank you. I mean, come on, the details are the most fun part. Isn't that why we all got in the game, baby? John OQ says, Steven, can you tell us the truth? Did Satan commission you to design hell? Oh, if only. If the devil showed up with that commission, I'd be like, this is very exciting. I have to admit, Lucifer, Morning Star, Little Horn, Son of Perdition, that I very rarely get emails that I'm excited about, but very interested in this commission. Even though I respect your work greatly, I'm gonna need you to pay my full rate, you know, no discounts. It's never going on sale, but I really hope this works out. How much? That's between me and the devil. That is between me and the devil. Are you ready to swear right here, right now, before the devil? Hi, pup. Oh, shit. I'm an hour late for her cookie. Look, I'll be right back. She needs her cookie. It's not fair to her. That you're on the level. Are you ready to swear right here, right now? Right here, right now. Right here, right now. All right. Steven, what's your process for balancing big shapes and small details? There's no real process. I just balance them. It's literally just that. There's no answers. There's no mathematical formula. It's like, this is the perfect distribution. It's got to be 20 to 80%. Like, everybody who says that stuff is a bullshitter, including my friends who say that stuff. It's, you just do it by eye. You just do it by eye. You balance it. It's going to be uneven. One's going to be dominant. And that's about all that can be said. No one actually like does ratios when they're actually working or anything like that. It's like, how would you even measure them? Just like surface area of your canvas? It's ridiculous. Just you need some areas of detail and some areas of rest, and now just go figure it out. You know you got to do it, so find an arrangement that looks nice. Steven, can you train yourself for doing longer pieces? I can't seem to pass the 10-hour mark. You can. You can. A lot of it is what you do very early on in the process. You gotta trick your brain into being ready to do a long haul on it. So different people need different things. Like me, for example, I need to be very careful at the beginning of the process for a long piece to not give myself all the answers, or else I get bored. Other people, different brain, different temperament, they need all of the answers or else they're not going to feel comfortable 10 hours in. So you got to find out through experimentation and practice what kind you are. Do I get the course? Of course you do. Of course you get the course. It's the course, of course. The real trick to doing art. Soul Archive says the real trick to learning how to do art is doing art enough until you know it. That's right. God damn, that's right. Fuck. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's all settling in. I'm like, shh, that's true. That is true. Now, what I like to do is spend hundreds of hours on things. And I do that by reminding myself that nobody else is going to do it. And if I just do that, I'm the best and everybody will love me and love my work. And that's enough to motivate me personally. So I just don't get up. And the next day when I wake up and look at the piece and I hate it, I'm just like, all right, well, I'm going to do it anyway, because if I literally just do it, I'll be everybody's favorite. And then that happens. That's it. That's the whole story. There's nothing else to say. There's nothing else to say. Lucas Suarez says, when you studied anatomy, did you approach it in a creative way? I'm trying to figure out how to study, a way to study that suits what I want to do. I didn't really. No, when I was really studying anatomy is one of those parts of art that it's like, it's not art. Drawing the figure is art. But if we're talking anatomy strictly construed, that's not art. It's like medicine, it's science, it's just facts. So when I wanted to learn that part of it, I just learned the facts. I just learned the science of it. The application, that was artistic, but the facts themselves, no, they're just facts. Can an artist make money just drawing environments? I mean, fuck no. I'm just kidding, yes. There's lots of need for environmental work. That's how I've made most of my art money, drawing environments. A lot of people in this stream wouldn't think that, because they see me draw characters and monsters, and they're like, whoa, Steven's good at the anatomy. It's like, you have no idea. They have no idea that I'm also good at everything else. They have no idea that companies see how good I am at drawing like a bar. They're like, holy shit, can we pay you to design a bar for us? I'm like, you tell me. Here's the rate. And guys in business suits with banker slicks look at each other like this. They see the number on the piece of paper that I slid across the table. They look at their friends, they're like, and then they confer with each other. Little secret conversation. Maybe ducked behind a low pony wall. They talk with each other. Can we afford that? Shit, that seems like a really high number. Yeah, but we got all of that investment money from the developer. I mean, we only have to pay him once, and then we've got the building forever, right? And yeah, in that environment, you know, that demographic, they're really looking for stuff with his kind of look, right? Shit. Oh yeah, well, you think you could talk him down? You do it. I'm afraid of him. He's got that really insane madman glare. Dave, what do you think? You could talk him down? I mean, shit, guys. It's gotta be me? Fuck. All right, come on, let's go. I'm getting hungry, folks, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. You can hear the tummy gurgling. I can hear it gurgling in the air tonight. Oh Lord. I can hear my tummy gurgling in the air tonight. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Boom, 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 boom. How many goats you sacrificing tonight for Passover? I'm gonna make the proper hecatombs. 100. That's what the gods asked for. A proper hecatomb for the worthy gods. Pagan shit in this household. Nobody says, I want to do 100 portraits challenge, but in the same time, I want to just stare at walls and do nothing. You know, there's a lot to be learned from staring at walls doing nothing. Can't say that I would think that's the most unproductive thing you could do. It's like, if you actually stare at a wall and do nothing, just investigate your thoughts, quite a bit to be learned. Feel like doing another sketch before I go to eat lunch. Just another quick little thinga. Let's see if we can't find something right quick, real fast. Do you studied also the name of all the muscles? I did. Their placements, origins, insertions. With my sweet teacher, the irreplaceable Ray Bustos. And a lot of independent study, of course. Ray wouldn't have it any other way. I pre-gamed for Ray's anatomy instruction for a long time. You know, I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming in the curriculum, but I studied on my own as much as I could before that, because just knowing how learning works, it's like I wanted Ray to be like my second pass. Like I wanted to have heard everything already, you know, so that it wasn't just all mystifying me. So I did a lot of study before I studied with Ray. And then when I was in his class, that just like cemented everything. And also, you wind up having so many questions, you know? It was great just being able to pick Ray's brain. Just ask specific, noodling little questions that you could never hope to get an answer from a book. Just have him say, no, it's like this. It's just so direct, you know? Just doodling with color, got literally no idea what I want. That's weird. I wonder what that's about. When I drag my color picker. Wait, is it happening on my actual feed? Oh yeah, it is happening. When I drag my color picker around, it's flickering. It's weird. Something new with every update. Do you like the Legacy of Kain video game series? I only played Soul Reaver. Soul Reaver. Soul Reaver, lunch eater. Excellent dancer. I thought Soul Reaver was cool. I was a boy. I was a wee lad. This fucking goth ass fucking dead vampire with a cool scarf, cool highwayman looking scarf over his face who went and ate souls. I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. This is obviously what cool is. This is obviously what cool is. Don't lie to me. Steven, do you have any resources on how to draw foreshortened figures from animation? Do I have any resources on that in particular? Not really. That's a pretty common request though, so I'm sure if you plug it into YouTube, I'm sure there's a lot of videos about it. From teachers of dubious integrity. I am Red Diamond Man. Wise, powerful, strong, lauded, garland, brave. Everybody knows me and loves me. Everybody thinks I'm fucking cool. What are you doing here, traveler? Just so you know, everybody in this place thinks I'm awesome. Steven, did you secretly work at Steven Universe but quit because they didn't approve of your Red Diamond Man? For legal purposes, I can't answer that question. I have tried YouTubing it, but most vids are manga-style line art rather than rendering it out. Oh, it's specifically about rendering it out. Well, if the rendering it out is the problem, the rendering on a foreshortened figure would not necessarily be different than a figure that is not foreshortened, because it's just forms being struck by the light. Now, you could emphasize the foreshortening by making it higher contrast on the parts that are coming towards you and lower contrast as the parts that are receding away from you pull back into the background. You could try to pull that little scam, and that would do something, but that's not technically like correct. That's like an artistic conceit that will emphasize the foreshortening. Think about it like you were using a camera. You had like a figure in a room and you had them lit, a model, and you had them on a long lens where there wasn't a lot of foreshortening, and then you tracked the lens and you made it a short lens so that you got a wider field of view. And now, like, let's say the foot, let's say they're laying down, is really coming towards you. The perspective would shift, but all the rendering on the figure would stay the same, right? Can you imagine that? It's like it would sort of morph and transform, but the light planes are going to remain the light planes. The shadow planes are going to remain the shadow planes. Red Diamond Man has spoken. Don't fuck with me. Don't look at me. Don't ask anyone about me. Get out of here. Go on. Don't make fun of my cape. It was my blankie when I was a little red diamond baby. It makes me feel comfortable. Shut up. I told you, everybody here thinks I'm awesome. Oh, did I do that same layer? Oh no, I didn't. Good. I see what I did here. Just cut that out. Red Diamond Man sounds insecure, not gonna lie. I don't know what gives you that impression. How could Red Diamond Man be insecure? Everybody thinks he's awesome. Everybody loves him. This looks so much more red on my screen than it does on the stream. The stream's color profile always struggles with red. But that's all right. The hell is that sound? Do you draw the whole figure first before drawing in the shadows, or as you go along? I often jump ahead and put the shadows in early, just because it helps me understand the form better. But it's usually a better idea to draw the whole figure first and do the shadows next. But you should always be flexible. Don't get trapped thinking one way or the other. Sometimes the shadows are what you need to see to really understand how the hell the thing occupies space, you know? You gotta leave your brain open for that. I follow my guts, you know? If I feel like, it all looks very flat very early on, I'll throw in a couple shadows. I'll be like, now there's some depth. And then if it's looking, you know, three-dimensional but very like samey shapes, like nothing special, you know, not enough variety of the shapes, then I'll go back to doing lines to make some more specific structures at any point in the process. Screw it, you know. It's like it's either good or it ain't. Doesn't matter what point in the process we're in, it's either good or it ain't. My dog is really cute. Really, really cute. That was a UFO, Steven. Your kind is coming back for you. Do not scare me like that. Hey, Steven, do you have any dating advice? Just bring your portfolio with you. If that sounds like a bad idea to you, practice more. You need more practice. Just bring your portfolio with you. It's Napoleon Dynamite rules around here. Reynaldo Dominguez says, that sound was the stroke of my pencils, dancing with God. Now I like that sound. Suddenly I feel less worried. Are you real, Steven? No. I'm as real as anything else in this cosmos is, and that is a dubious enterprise indeed. Red Diamond Man is a sentient Transylvanian castle. He has a little aristocrat inside. Red Diamond Man, Red Diamond Man, Red Diamond Man, Red Diamond Man. Red Diamond Man, Red Diamond, Red Diamond Man, Red Diamond, Red Diamond Man. Whoa. Red Diamond Man, Red Diamond Man, Red Diamond Man. Mm-hmm. Red Diamond Man, Red Diamond Man. Karem says, sanest artist, truly. Truly. 2023 Grammy winner right there. And the Grammy for Best Grammy-winning Song goes to Steven Zapata for his Grammy-winning song, Red Diamond Man. They play it in the background while I walk up there. I kind of get up, butt in my suit. You gotta button your suit as you get up to get the Grammy. You gotta button your suit. Singing low-key better than the art? It's not low-key. It's not low-key. I don't know how many times I have to say this to get you guys to understand it, but I have the genetic makeup of a 9-year-old girl singing Ave Maria at a funeral. That's what I am at my core. Utter genetic dominance in the field of singing. I'm a 3rd grade girl whipping out Adele and blowing away a birthday party. I just drooled a little. I have no idea why. Like my body's like, I'm so hungry that if you don't go get food right now, I'm just gonna start going the other way. I'm gonna start offering it up. What can I say? Sometimes you're just so full of power that you just drool randomly. It's got to escape somehow. What tips would you give for blending edges, like the hands on the Red Diamond Man? If you're working digital, I think a lot of people sleep on the airbrush. I think really get used to the airbrush. The airbrush is the best blending tool in digital. People give it a bad rep because people are thoughtless. And they give blanket advice that harms people. There's nothing wrong with the airbrush. If you're looking for soft edges, use the soft edge tool. It's that simple. It makes perfect sense. Just hopped in. Can I see the other 2 characters? Yes, you can. Now give me a second to drink some water too. Is there a dream or goal that you gave up on? That I gave up on? I guess, I mean, not really. Not in like a way that I look back on. I'm like, damn, what could have been, you know? The art thing is really what I wanted to do more than anything else, and I'm doing it. But I guess technically you could say, for a while there, I thought I was going to be a scientist, not a, dude, I can't open my water bottle. Dude, my 9-year-old girl singing Ave Maria to funeral genetics are failing me here. 9-year-old girls are not good at opening water bottles. So yeah, I thought I was going to be a scientist for a long time there. I guess you could say I gave up on that when I chose art instead, but. Dream slash goal apart from singing. Well, I mean, I never had a dream of being a professional singer because I just saw that it was too easy. It was just a slam dunk. So I was like, well, that's not exciting. You know, I'm the kind of person who really needs to, I want to work hard. I want to put a lot of effort in. I was like, being a world-class singer, famous performer, selling out Barclays, selling out Madison Square Garden, just screaming fans. I was like, that would be a weak choice for me because it would require zero effort. It would be a life of ease. It wouldn't be challenging enough. So that wasn't a dream of mine. I knew right away that I wasn't going to be a coward and go the easy route with my life. I mean, you should see me dance, you know? I'm one of those. I'm one of those that you guys would be watching me on TV. You'd be like, shit, he sings that good and he dances like that? Some people just got it all. And I can act, so triple threat, low-key triple threat. But I also draw world class, so it's like quadruple threat. Who the fuck is that? Who's got that going on? You gave up on being a failure at art, a true bohemian starving artist? That's right. I'm the best starving artist. I'm the best at being a starving artist. I outstarve everybody. So hungry. I'm genuinely hungry right now. Oh, man. I have a link to a video of you dancing. You hold on to that, brother. It's going to be worth a lot someday. That'll have its Bitcoin day. It's going to shoot up. 100K, 200K, easy. Can you give Red Diamond Man a halo? No, absolutely not. I refuse. You draw your own Red Diamond Man. And you give your Red Diamond Man a halo. And then you send it to me. In the mail. You mail it to my house. That's what you do with it. I'm so hungry, but I just wanted to do one more sketch before I ate. Sometimes you got the demon in you, you know? It's like, we got to do another. We need 3 on the page. Why? Who says it's got to be 3? It's just got to be. What else did we draw? We drew this stuff today too. We drew a lot today. We did a lot of little drawings, a lot of little sketches, a little bit of work. Just a little bit of work. Baby. so I can mail Red Diamond Man. Yeah, you can mail it. You can mail it. Put him in the mail. Mail Red Diamond Man. Red Diamond Man. Red Diamond Man. All right, look, we got to get to the bottom. We just got to do, it doesn't have to be great or anything. We got to, you can't eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for lunch before you've put a few design elements on the lower leg, baby. You got to get the idea down. The idea's got to be there, the whole idea. You got to get the whole idea down, the sentiment, the impression of it. Baby. Baby. What do you want from me, dog? What is it? I've given you everything. Everything that you love. I've given it to you. Walkies, cookies, fetchies, water. What do you want? Scritches. I scritched you this morning, man. What do you want from me? Can't you see I'm trying to make that cookie money? Can't you see I'm trying to make the money that keeps you swimming in cookies? I want the legs a little shorter. Belly rubs? Of course she got belly rubs. Fuck kidding me. What kind of question is that? Of course she got the belly rubs. That's perfect. There we go. Just a quick adjustment. Just a quick little fix to the proportions to get Red Diamond Man just right. He's looking good now. Quick little fix. Perfect. All right, everybody. We're done for the day. Flawless designs. Absolutely unimprovable. You move one pixel out of place, you ruined it. You made it fall apart. It's no good. So we're just gonna leave it at that. We did lots of drawing today. Now it's time for me to slake my hunger on a thick ass peanut butter and jelly sandwich. He looked like small Keanu. Would be better if he was blue. Would be better if he was blue. It's the disrespect that gets to me, you know? It's just like utter ignorance and disrespect and just whipping things out like that. It's just crazy. It's just crazy, you know? Wild. All right, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I wish you good luck in all of your artistic endeavors, whether you're writing, drawing, singing, dancing, doing hula hoop. I don't know. Maybe you think hula hooping is an art form. Whatever it is, good luck with all that. I think that's great. That's great for you. That's great for you. We're all very happy that you're doing that. So keep doing it. Just keep doing it. Steven, show the dog before you say goodbye. No, she doesn't. Where is she? Nah. She's comfy now. She's sleeping underneath my desk. Leave her be. She needs her rest. She needs her 16 hours of beauty rest a day. I need to have a nap. Thank you for the draws. Enjoy your nap, Soko. Everybody, if you're taking a nap today, enjoy it. You know, knock yourself out on naps. Have a good time with those naps. Sleep in a sunbeam if you can. That's always fun. Wake up drooling on yourself. That's how you know you got a good nap in. Hello and goodbye, Stephen Chat. Goodbye, Andres. Are you free to sing Red Diamond Man at a funeral on Monday? Absolutely. Red Diamond Man. Red Diamond Man. You got to do it in like the sad way. Red Diamond Man. Red Diamond Man. And then everybody joins in. Red Diamond Man. Red Diamond Man. And then the rock band comes out from behind the curtain. Red Diamond Man. Great funeral. Great funeral. I mean, everybody loves that funeral. Everybody's going to want to go to that funeral. You got to sell tickets to that funeral. You got to sell fucking tickets to that funeral. That's crazy. That's crazy. The fact that you have to sell tickets to this fucking funeral? That's fucking crazy, man. I'm sweating now. I'm sweating from how insane it is. All right, everybody. My dear friend Joe says, seeing these demos in real time shouldn't be free. Crazy how quick Red Diamond Man came together. Dude, I mean, we're firing. We're firing on all cylinders in here. What don't you understand? That's what we do here. We're firing on all cylinders here. You guys are lucky I don't bust them. You can't. If you could just see my whole, you wouldn't. Oh, all cylinders, everything, always, all the time. I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm all right. Steven, can you moonwalk? Yes. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Of course I can. Of course I can. Goodbye, JB. Goodbye, Drink Woder. Goodbye, Karem Eldamir. Goodbye, Lack Asilam. Goodbye, Saman, Robert Litcha, Andres A, Cassie Norwood, Danny, Mr. Soon, everybody, Lord Quid. Goodbye, everybody. Wow, so many red diamonds in the chat. I'm fucking emotional. Hey, Steven, I wanted to ask, any tips for rendering? I've been practicing a good amount, but most of the time, it doesn't really come out well. I mean... I'm just kidding. I'm not going to let the whole thing play because that's a rude way to say goodbye. But you get the course. I got a whole course about rendering, about fixing your brain right so that you understand that drawing and rendering and form are all the same thing. And it's all forms that you've never actually seen as revealed by light in space. All right, everybody. Take care, everyone. Happy drawing.